What's up, guys? In today's video, I want to talk about Aerodrome Finance, AERO, and how much 10,000 coins of this crypto will be worth by the end of 2025 when altcoin season is expected to peak. For those who are not in my Discord, I recently got back into AERO at 50 cents. It ended up being an unexpected swing trade. I initially bought it a while back at 14 cents, DCA'd in that 20-cent range, I believe twice, took profits at 65 cents because of the inflation, which we'll talk about in this video. And then I saw the dip down to 50 cents. I was like, this is a great time to accumulate my AERO bag that I previously had and some, since it was at a cheaper price. So I made the move and got some more. And right now, Aerodrome, if we pull up this chart, is 55 cents. So we're already up 5 cents in our investment. I want to show you guys the inflation here. Right now, it's a little above 604 million. When I first got into AERO, the inflation, I believe, was a little less than 400 million, I believe. And that was a big reason why I initially sold it, was because I saw a big discount for Art Block, another crypto I'm very bullish on. The Aerodrome inflation was a little high for my liking, and because of the discount with ABT and the uncertainty of the inflation for Aerodrome, I swapped it. And looking back, I was like, you know what? Aerodrome is going to run regardless of the inflation. If you click the year chart, this is where people get freaked out, right? So a year ago, the bottom was almost by our entry at 14 cents. It gets to $2.38. And then all this FUD comes out for the inflation, which it got me to, and then it comes down to this 50-cent range. It even touched base at like 47 cents, but I missed that entry. But I'm very glad with getting back in now, with my average being reduced even significantly less, because that 15-cent gain was definitely a pretty clutch. But Aerodrome, you know, this is a crypto that's backed by Coinbase. It's a DEX, a very bullish DEX at that. It's, you know, for Base, and Base's ecosystem has been growing like crazy. And being backed by Coinbase is definitely no small feat. I mean, Coinbase is the best exchange. It's the most popular exchange aside from Binance, but many can argue and say it's even more popular than Binance, especially because CZ stepped down. So Coinbase backing AERO is a pretty big deal. And there really is no competition with Aerodrome. I mean, it's the main DEX for Base. So it's the inflation is what caused the majority of this sell-off, because people were staking AERO. They were getting profits in return. And because the supply is not finite, it's, you know, infinity, inflationary, people were getting scared off because the price action was going to be suppressed, which it is. That's definitely not FUD. When you have an inflationary token or coin, it's going to suppress the price a little bit. But Aerodrome is not the only crypto that is inflationary. Ethereum's inflationary. Solana's inflationary. Polkadot's inflationary. Cosmos is inflationary. There's many coins that are inflationary. Even Polygon now with their migration is inflationary. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It just means it's something you have to factor into. Looking back, I was like, you know what? This is a great unexpected swing trade. I think Aerodrome, even from here, is going to be around $15 to $20 this bull cycle. Right now, it's a 604 million supply. It is still ways away from 5 billion, 10 billion. So the majority of tokens nowadays are in the high billions. So Aerodrome, this is going to be a controversial opinion, take rather, is still scarce. It's still under a billion supply, at least in circulation. It has 1.25 total supply, 1.25 billion, but only 604 million circulating supply. I'm going off the circulating supply here. But even with the total supply of 1.25 billion, it is still a lot less than your other tokens that are like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 billion or more. So it's not the end of the world. I will say that, but it's, I mean, every crypto has its con, right? There's always pros and cons to every crypto. The con for Aerodrome is the inflation, you know, but maybe to you it's not a deal breaker. Maybe to you it is a deal breaker. For me, it initially was, and then I revisited my statement and I'm like, you know what? Good discount. The inflation's, yeah, not the greatest, but it's not the worst ever, either. So I was like, let me get back in. But again, this is a 691 fully diluted market cap. And a 10x from here would be, you know, from 50 cents rather, a little less than 7 billion at $5, $6. And I think a 10x is the minimum for this. So if you have 10,000 Aerodrome and it gets to $5 minimum, that's going to be $50,000. And that's ultra conservative. I think $10 is the minimum for Aerodrome. So you're talking about 10,000 coins being worth $100,000 in profits, which for a singular crypto is pretty damn good if you ask me. And Aerodrome, even though it's not considered a blue chip yet, because it has the Coinbase backend, because Base's ecosystem is incredibly bullish and just keeps growing, I almost can categorize it as a blue chip crypto, especially at this point. And the chart, maybe it's not the most bullish as it used to be. I still think it's going to burn through dollars. Its recovery, every time we have a crash and the market gets better, the recovery is pretty fast for AERO. I'm not sure if you guys see that as well, but it's pretty damn fast. So I would not rule out Aerodrome. I am still very bullish on it. But yeah, the inflation is the only thing that I really don't like about it. But at the end of the day, like I said, it is still only a 1.25 billion supply at the start of this video. Even at the end of the cycle, it's not going to be 5, 10, 20, 50 billion. You're not going to see it just automatically have Cardano supply or XRP's 100 billion supply. Okay, we got to factor in and use our heads here. The inflation, like many altcoins have, can only suppress the price so much. At some point, these VCs back in Aerodrome and the ecosystem of Base will push this DEX to a new all-time high, which will net some pretty damn good gains. My price prediction, if it wasn't clear, is anywhere from $10 to $20 a cycle, which could very well mean your 10,000 Aerodrome could be worth $100,000 to $200,000 in profit. And that is a pretty damn good amount of money. But obviously, this is just my opinion, not financial advice, just an educated guess based on where I see the market going, the connections they have, and the overall path of where altcoin season can lead for an altcoin like Aerodrome. But now I'm very curious what you think. Where do you see AERO's price by the end of next year? And do you hold AERO? Drop your comment down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Really helps so much. That being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.